The Junkies Poker Open is officially back at the Borgata Hotel, Casino, and Spa in Atlantic City. The date, Thursday, November 6th. You can register right now at junkiespokeropen.com. It's brought to you by our friends at Potomac Metals.
Also, want to remind all the college football gambling degens that Big Fat Harry Winner Radio starts today. It's actually called Big Fat Winners Radio. But the podcast that Valdez and I are going to do weekly through the college football season, minimum. It might, go into the to the college hoop season as well. But to start, it'll be strictly college football gambling talk for about 50 to 55 minutes. Starts today. We're going to tape that at 10:30, and it'll be posted at about, 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
This is a big deal. I mean, I don't think people understand.
Jason's doing extra work.
He's never stayed past 10:10 unless there's some sort of mandated all hands on deck meeting or something. You know what I mean?
I think one time at the old station, he actually came back to the station to meet the Undertaker or something like that.
How stupid was that?
Something weird. It was really weird. For a guy that's not into wrestling, who was it? Was it the Undertaker?
No, what happened was I came in early for it because we were doing.
Was it?
It was the Undertaker.
No, he came in early one time, for a naked Thanksgiving, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
With the guys.
But anyway, so that starts today. And again, that's going to be. We're not going to be, breaking down games, and predicting wins and losses for the national championship.
It's not dual threat.
It's different. This is about gambling.
Yeah,
it's a
gambling angle.
This is analyzing lines and totals and matchups in that fashion, not for winning conferences and going to bowl games.
And leading into this, you're coming off a hot Friday, right? Your Friday morning fatty hit. Yours hit.
Of course, it hit.
He took Michigan.
Valdez,
All
I think,
the
is
Junkies
struggling.
hit.
I've given two fat winners the last 2 weeks, Duke and Notre Dame. I mean, I just make people money.
I feel like Valdez is struggling lately.
It's all right. He'll be fine.
He'll rebound.
Yeah.
0-1 and 1 last 2.
Hey, you can always fade us.
Yeah.
We're just talking about the games.
I've done that before.
We're just talking about the Vegas line.
I've had very profitable
I'm on a
fading
certified
runs.
heater. 2 straight wins. I mean, for me, that's a record.
And we're bringing back Craig Davis, who we had on the show weekly for a few years.
Yeah, but he used to be our fantasy guy pre-Dave Richards.
No, but he would give us winners.
But he has a real gambling sickness.
Yeah.
So he'll fit in perfectly.
And then we also, next week, we're bringing back Brandon Lang.
Have you been in contact with Brandon?
Of course.
I don't think Brandon's still giving picks. I mean, if he is.
I think he is.
Well, I think he is.
Because they used to fade him all the time. There was this one epic thread where they would fade him.
Is he running from creditors? Do we know his whereabouts at this point?
There
We're going to find out. I'll ask him.
Is Skippy going to make an appearance?
Skippy's going to make an appearance.
Skippy!
And by the way, you can find the podcast on the Junkies iTunes page.
Right.
With all the other podcasts from today.
So look out for that.
Also, we mentioned earlier today is a Table Manners Wednesday.
It is.
6:30 p.m. Comcast Sportsnet. Hope everybody gets a chance to check it out live. I know it's unfortunate. A bunch of us are running around. I can't sit at home and watch it. But I'll have the DVR set. I may be at a local watering hole in Bethesda. I try to catch 15, 20 minutes of it.
Nice.
As I wait out my son's lacrosse practice. But tonight's guest, Randy Edsall. And Randy's kind of a controversial figure around here. Everybody was so high on Fridge. But he's won a lot of us over, including, I think, the 4 guys in this room, and particularly after our dinner with him. So check it out. We had an interesting conversation with Randy. And actually get him to sing at the end of the episode.
And it's timely because they're facing a huge Big Ten foe this weekend in College Park, Ohio State.
Right.
And
it's a big one.
The box of Under Armour swag that any of us could have been buried into. It was that big.
That didn't hurt
either.
No, that didn't hurt at all.
No.
And we should
You
mention
mean the box that I went to get?
Yes. Props to you for that.
We also should mention that our listeners have come up big for us. Over the last year, our ratings have been great, but we actually beat the other news station head-to-head. It was just for a week, but it hasn't happened that many
I never
times.
like to crow about
and
weekly
for the month,
things.
The month was fantastic, and our last 3 months have been great. So keep spreading the word on the show. Join us at all our appearances because we got some momentum going.
Here's what I always think about the ratings. As soon as you start bragging about it, they go right in the toilet.
Right.
That's been sort of my 18-year experience.
Mm-hmm.
So just keep on.
Enjoy them kind of quietly.
Just keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
And you're not going to hear any bragging from this guy.
Right.
No. But
Not
it's been
really
nice.
trying to brag.
No
the
crowing.
metagame, no
Just
crowing.
no crowing.
No crowing, but a long time ago, somebody in the business told us that by mentioning it, it actually
Yeah, but that was a
helps
different
the listeners.
system.
It was.
It was a different system. I think it
was.
has zero impact.
But it's good timing, though.
Well, it's good timing because our contract's up.
Our contract's
in,
up December 31st.
Certainly
December
good
31st.
timing.
And, you know,
We are free agents come December 31st at midnight.
Actually,
Yes.
we're not because we each received letters yesterday from the company.
no, but I think December 31st we are.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the contract.
We're not now.
But the letter kind of locks you up for a little bit.
Right, but December 31st.
Locks you up until December 31st.
If we don't have an agreement by
Correct.
December 31st, I think there'd be
By
a
January
non-compete.
1st, we can go wherever we want. We go to Kansas City,
no,
LA,
we have a non-compete.
Atlanta. Okay, we'd have to wait a little bit.
Yeah. You'd be lick if you had to wait 3-6 months or whatever the hell it is.
Hey, that's why I've been saving
That's why he's
cash,
got the
son.
rainy day
There's a
fund.
rainy day fund
He's
in
got
my
the
house.
biggest
His rainy day fund.
Sure.
I mean, he could hire Blink
Because
182
at
as a
some
band
point-
for his rainy day
At-
party.
At some point, it's going to rain.
Oh, yeah, it's going to rain. I tell my wife that all the time.
Would you take if you
In
had
fact,
an
it rained
offer-
this morning.
If you had an offer for double
Yeah.
for 3 years, so guaranteed double what you're making now for 3 years, but it was in Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh, yeah.
Anchorage,
I would do it.
Alaska.
I would do it.
Axe me.
Yeah,
Would you do it?
Yes. You have to do it.
Double?
I would do it too.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I would do
I
it
wouldn't.
outside the ISIS headquarters.
I wouldn't. I
You'd
wouldn't.
go to Syria?
For double?
Because your life would suck for those 3 years.
No, it wouldn't. Alaska's awesome. I know people live there and love it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm sure Alaska's awesome.
I'm telling you.
It wouldn't be awesome for 3 years. Not in your world. Maybe your friends, but not in your world.
Ask
It
the
wouldn't
guy,
be.
the guy who did the Into the Wild bit. It wasn't so awesome for him.
You just bring your family
wound
with
up
you.
Why are you
dead.
going to do that,
No
though?
chance.
Well, I wouldn't
You
do
wouldn't
it.
do that. You'd stay in your house
Of course
most
not.
of the time. You'd find a casino. You'd drive there
Oh, are there,
after the show.
are there casinos in Alaska?
You
There
would-
can't be.
Your life wouldn't even be that different.
We, you know, we would
Doesn't
get
it stay
I
light
know.
for like 23 hours?
What's the difference between the basement here and the basement in Alaska?
right.
I mean, it's the
would
same
get,
place.
Doesn't everybody in Alaska get paid like oil money? Like they get a check every
Yes.
year? Yeah, we get oil money
All
on
of a
top
sudden,
of
at
the
the end of the
radio
year,
money.
they gave
Might
the
need to-
citizens of Alaska like $25,000 each.
That's
might need
what
to sign us up.
You guys would go, and Valdez and I, hopefully that podcast takes off. you and I stay here right here.
I'm sure it's fun
Good
to
old
live.
Lanham.
Look, I've watched Buying Alaska on whatever travel channel. It
Right.
doesn't look that silly. It looks cold, barren, and there's wildlife everywhere.
I'm just saying for double, I'm going anywhere. I'm going anywhere for double. Lock.
Double's pretty good.
Double's
good,
I
except
mean, my kid is going to college.
Except for if you have to go to Anchorage.
Oh, it's fine.
Anchorage.
Be precise.
Sight unseen.
You
I'm
watch
just going,
games
Put
early.
me somewhere else.
It's true.
Yeah, the whole thought about going to bed, you wouldn't have to sweat it so much because all the games will be done.
Did
right?
you guys ever see the vampire movie where it gets dark for like a whole month and
Yeah.
vampires come? That happened in Alaska.
30
You could
days of
actually-
night.
30 days of night.
You could actually watch all the Pac-12 games. You can watch the whole
Oh,
game.
you think I would watch all Drab's favorite teams?
You watch
No,
it-
thank you.
You watch the
No
NFL
size.
at like 7 in the morning, whenever the hell they watch it. If you're in Anchorage, Alaska, what time are the 1 o'clock NFL games on for you?
I would assume they're on the same
It's
time zone as
probably-
California.
No,
No,
isn't
I
it
think they're a
beyond
little-
Pacific?
They're not?
It's probably at 8 a.m.
All right, so it's an
Watch-
hour. So it's an
Wake
hour.
up
For,
and watch NFL.
they're 2 hours ahead of California.
Breakfast with the NFL.
I don't know.
Look, I'm pretty open to visiting most of the states in the United States. Alaska's not really high on my list.
I agree.
I don't even know if it's on my list.
Would you even go to Hawaii? Cakes is such a donk.
It's a
with,
long
like,
flight.
travel
It's a
and
long
stuff.
flight, but
Now,
If you had a free trip to Hawaii,
I'd probably go to Hawaii.
Now I'd go to Hawaii for double. You don't have to twist my arm on that one.
I might go to Hawaii for half.
I'm going to Aruba in 2
I mean,
weeks.
Hawaii-
the cost
silly.
of living is probably nothing in
Oh,
Hawaii.
no, oh, no, it's very expensive.
Really?
Are you insane?
Yeah, it's double probably. The
Do you think it's cheap to live in
living.
Hawaii?
Cost of living in Hawaii is a show.
Well, you always hear that D.C. is one of the most expensive places to live
Hawaii
in the United
trounces
States.
it.
Really, living in Honolulu is more expensive
Well,
than
but
living in
expensive.
D.C.?
But expensive.
They
I know
have
in,
to,
in
they have
Maui
to
it
ship
is.
everything
Well,
over there. It's way
As a
expensive.
tourist, yes. Because you're going to touristy
Well, I'm
places
sure you
that
can
are
find
expensive.
some shack you could live in.
You know
for
what they
cheap.
make on the island of Hawaii? Nothing. Pineapples. Everything else,
They make
they
pineapples.
make pineapples there. Everything else gets shipped in. It's but expensive.
They make pineapples.
They
All right,
definitely
so
make pineapples.
Alaska's. It looks like it's 4:30 there, so they're an hour ahead of California.
No,
Okay.
Rick, an hour behind.
Well, that's what I mean. An hour
Anyway,
behind.
there's no chance Bob Eatman's talking to a station in Anchorage, Alaska.
So the
It's
1
just a
o'clock.
hypothetical.
So the 1 o'clock kicks would be at, like you said, 9 o'clock.
That'd be kind of silly.
9 a.m.
Bacon and
games.
eggs at NFL games.
You'd be able to watch all those Pac-12 games, Lurch.
Who wants to
And
watch
get your sleep.
I
Washington
can still
State?
watch them. I just got to stay up late.
Have fun broadcasting live from the Iditarod.
Yeah, that's the big sporting event.
Hmm.
Stupid dog race.
What time's The Voice come on in Alaska? That's what I want to know.
Like 4 p.m.
You watch it in the afternoon
No, because they adjust
instead of
it.
Oprah.
They adjust it. It's always on
They
an
make it
8.
a prime time
Yeah,
because it
let-
doesn't have to be live.
Right.
Let me
Wait, I
Google
gotta get my. Don't you have? Oh, there's no call-in vote. That's American Idol.
casinos in Alaska. Let's see if anything comes up.
I'm sure they have some.
All right, when we come
They have
back,
a 1-2 poker room where you
So-
can lose your money.
when we come back, we wanted to get into the Nats. We just talked to Matt Williams, the manager, and he didn't confirm anything, but he kind of did. We all know Steven Strasburg starting, right?
He didn't.
Game one?
He didn't kind of nothing. I mean, we
I-
just assume
I'll
that's what
put
it's going to
cash
be.
on it that he starts. Yes.
Nolan would take the bet. No-
Strassi 1, Zim 2, Fister 3, Geo 4.
Yeah.
And Ryan Zimmerman is going to be
If
a
you
bench
need it.
player. I think he pretty much confirmed that too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Ryan confirmed that when he was with us on Monday. He can't. He hadn't played third yet.
Mm-mm.
Not going to just all of a sudden trot him out there and hope it works. Hope he can cover a bunt. He'll be
Looks
a
like-
role player right now,
looks
and
like
they're going to
bench.
hope that they get to the World Series, and then they can use him as a DH.
And like Matt said, if there's a tough lefty matchup, pinch hit roll.
yeah.
Who do you think they are better suited to beat? I know that you think that they're going to
Pirates.
beat both.
Pirates.
The Pirates, who have the home game against the Giants tonight.
Yep.
And if
I'd rather face the Pirates,
if
but
they
that's just
face
me.
the Pirates, we're going to be out at Lido Pizza in Alexandria early, like 11:30, because we're going to be there a half hour before first pitch. We have a viewing party on Friday at Lido Pizza in Alexandria. I'm hosting a viewing party on Saturday at Buffalo Wild Wings, Rockville Town Center. That kicks off at 5 p.m. because that game 2 is set. When we come back, we want to hear from you, though. 800-636-1067. What's your confidence level? You just heard from Matt Williams. It seems like the starters know. Everybody knows their role. How good do you feel about this Nationals team entering the playoffs on Friday?
106.